So we'll start off in a comfortable cross-leg position. So just cross your legs any which way, grab your thighs, start to walk yourself side to side. Take your hands to your knees and start some light movement. Begin leaning back. As you inhale, lean yourself forward, open your shoulders, relax your face here. Try to be super aware of where you are and how you feel. As you come forward, let your breath inhale, and as you start to release your breath, go backwards. Yoga is very much a movement meditation, so when we're practicing, we're in our own little bubble, like our yoga bubble. Find that place where you're so focused on you, what you're feeling, how you're breathing, everything is just blurring around. On your inhale, you lean into it, relax, finish your breath. On your exhale, grab on, lean as far as you can, and just take your time breathing out.
Listen to the radio, ask for a station by name or call sign, or just say.
Find yourself in the middle. So our center, it's the middle. And that's where everything is calm and relaxed. And with everything happening in our worlds, it's harder and harder to be calm and relaxed. So take a deep breath. Let your breath really control what's happening here. As you inhale, lift a little higher. As you exhale, relax your expression, let go of your grip. Find your sit bones on the floor. Inhale, get taller. Actively breathe deeper. When you take your next breath, let your arms float up with it. Grab one of your wrists with one of your hands and pull yourself to the side. Relax your face, look down. Wait for your next inhale, so stay here. As you begin to breathe in, grab your other wrist and start to pull to the other side. Just tip your chin. Relax your face. Wait for your inhale to lift you up. And lean all the way to that first side. Drop your arm, maybe your elbow, look down. Stay here for a moment. As you inhale, start to shift your attention to the ceiling. Exhale, look towards the floor. Again, inhale, open up, and exhale and release. Over to the other side, the same, dropping down, looking down, releasing down. And as you breathe in, open up, look up. Let your breath completely control your movements, releasing you and lifting you up. Bring yourself to the middle as you feel comfortable. As you breathe in, take your hands back to your legs and just, our center is that place where we feel calibrated, in control, centered. So as we take our next breath, just let it bring you into your downward dog. Walk to your hands and knees. Take your time, easiest way possible. Lift yourself up. Let your head drop and look towards your feet. A little shift side to side to bring your feet to the middle. So a little rock. Lean one way, the other. Maybe open your fingers a little wider. As you lean to the sides, you lift off your hands a little. Spread your fingers and dig them into the floor. Feeling your whole finger pressing down. Start to walk your heels up and down. Maybe move your body side to side or in a circle and just releasing your chest, lifting your back, sinking to one side, stretching your rib, maybe bend a knee and drop your bottom. Find different ways to move around here, different ways that make you feel good. And then make your way to your hands. Walk your hands away from your feet, bringing your feet to the front of your mat more. And then release over. In the beginning, we're super tight, so you don't want to force yourself into a folded position. Just bend your knees and maybe walk your hands to one side of your leg. It's all about loosening up in the beginning of the session. Walk yourself to the other side. Hang out in the middle. Maybe drop your chin into your neck a bit more so the back of your head drops down. And wait for the inhale. As you begin to breathe in, open up to Urdhva Hastasana. Raised arms pose. You're reaching your arms up. And then swaying a little side to side. Finding your way to mountain pose. Your hands by your sides. Your feet on the floor. They can be together. They can be hip width apart. They can be right together. They can be separate if that's more stable. Just find where it feels good. And then exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, down to mountain. Just feel your floor. Connect with the surface of the ground. Release your tension in your face, your jaw, your shoulders. And then on your next inhale, again, let your arms float up, almost feel as though they're floating. Lift up a little bit higher and then soften to fold down. Climb yourself back into your downward dog. Moving with agreement to your body. So instead of forcing, always just move gently. We'll lift our right leg up. Bend the knee and straighten it. Twice. Let your head drop. Don't look at the floor. Look at the wall behind you. Bend your knee into your belly and then step your foot down. Drop your back knee down. So you're in more of a low lunge. Just lean back. Lift your front toes up and then walk forward. And then do that again. Lean back. Lift your toes up. Maybe lean your belly towards your thigh a bit more. And then walk back. Tuck your back toe under here. Lift your knee. And reach into that heel, feeling your calf. Sway side to side. Move your hips one way and the other, just to feel what you're feeling around the muscle. Then you could slowly lift your hands up and your arms up. Big breath in. Bend your knee. Bring your hands, your knee down slowly, carefully to the floor. And climb back into downward dog. Easy going, side to side movement to release your neck. Spread your fingers into the floor. Feel your fingers. And then take a deep breath to center your mind. And lift your other leg up. Stretch out. Bend and straighten at the knee. A couple of times, just opening your hip a little more and then pull your knee into your belly and step down to the floor. Drop your back knee into a low lunge again. Easy movements. Lean back, lift your toes. Walk your hands forward, back to your lunge. Release back again. Pull your toes back, lean your belly down a bit more, and then come back, forward slowly. Come back here, take your hands down, tuck your back toe under, and lift the knee. Give yourself a few sways side to side. Feel what you're feeling. Lean over to one hip and away. Stabilize yourself. Carefully lift up if you're able. Inhale, and then come right back down. Climb yourself back into downward dog. Take your time. Take a few breaths. Drop your knees to the floor. Tops of your feet to the floor. Sit to your heels. Bring your forehead down. Take a breath. As you inhale and you exhale, feel yourself sinking deeper. Our inhales naturally will lift us up. Our exhales naturally will release us down. So be in the experience. As you inhale, feel. As you exhale, notice. Let that continue as you lift up, inhaling into your cat-cow. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, we release down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, climb yourself back to your forward fold. Take your time, release forward. Hang here for another moment, dropping your chin into your neck, bending your knees a bit, and then we'll take one hand to the floor and the other hand opens up. Look up. Exhale, bring it back to the center. Take a breath. One hand to the ground, the other hand opens up. Other side. And then exhale to the floor. Release your head. Take your hands down and step to downward dog. Coming through our sun salutation now, we're going to lift our heels and roll your body into plank. So you're at the top of a push-up. You're going to take your hips down for an easy up dog for the first round. So your knees come down. Your shoulders are open and you're taking your gaze off to one side. So you're just going to look over your shoulder and then look over your shoulder. Bend your elbows, coming more towards a cobra, and then again, look towards your shoulder or look behind your back. And lower your forehead down all the way. Reach your hands behind your back. Grab your fingers, interlace them if you're able to reach, and pull yourself up off the ground. If your hands just won't go because your shoulders are tight, just reach back and then lower the whole thing down. Take those hands back towards the shoulders by the chest, tuck the toes under, and lift up to upward dog. Then press to downward dog. Walk your feet to your hands, and halfway lift, we lift our chest up halfway. So extended Uttanasana. We fold forward, this is Uttanasana, and then we open our arms up and stand to mountain. First coming into raised arms pose, and then hands down to our sides is our mountain. We'll repeat, but adding into the traditional Hatha style. Take your breath slow, and if you need to take a break in child's pose. We inhale up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Lift halfway, Uttahita, extend it, Uttanasana, and then fold. Hands to the floor, step back to plank. So step your feet back, you're right at the top of the push-up. And lower down through Chaturanga or to Chaturanga. Shifting your weight forward, elbows hug your body, or you can come right to the belly. When you lift to upward dog, you're shifting your hips forward, so your hands are right under your shoulders, pushing into the tops of your feet, and you're in upward dog. Then downward dog press. Bring the feet, the heels towards the floor, relax the neck and face. So that's the key, releasing what we're not using. Walk your feet to your hands. Release over your legs. Then halfway lift. As you inhale, straighten your back. Reach out through the crown of your head. As you exhale, leaning down. So each movement is a breath. As you inhale, lift up. As you exhale, bring your arms to your sides. Draw your tail down, relax your face. Focus on the thing you're not using, the jaw. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Continue to use that breath in this way. Plank on the in breath. Lowering down on the out breath. Upward dog. Breathing out to downward dog. Inhale, walk forward. Lift your back. And exhale, forward fold. Soften. Inhale, stand up all the way. Urdhva Hastasana, raised arms pose. Then exhale, mountain. Relax your fingers, release your face. Again, inhale, lifts us, stretches us, and exhale, folds us down back to Uttanasana. Our inhale invigorates us and extends our backs. And our exhale releases us and softens us. Hands down, breathe into your plank. strong. And exhale, release into your chaturanga. Inhale, opens up, upward dog. And exhale, releases your jaw and your neck in downward dog. Again, inhale, lift your heels. This time, roll into plank and press yourself back to downward dog. Again, inhale, lift your heels into plank and exhale, back to downward dog. One more time. Inhale, up, roll, and exhale, downward facing dog. Sway your hips a little bit to release your sides or maybe your hands, and then drop your knees to the floor a little bit wide. Put your big toes together behind you and sit towards the heels. Release your forehead to the floor. Relax your hands. If you'd like, you could take your hands behind your back, taking one hand to the lower back and the other hand on top. Or you can keep your hands stretched out in front of you. This is the place where we find our breath again. So if you started to breathe heavy from your sun salutation, it's invigorating, builds heat. Find peace and release in child's pose. Inhale, big and deep. And exhale, just feel the ground underneath you. Feel the breath releasing you. Try your best to let go of your face, your thoughts. As we come back up, bring your hands and knees down under your body, into your tabletop, because kind of like the Pilates tabletop here. So our hands are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips, but we're the opposite direction. So keep yourself here for a moment. Just spread your fingers a little wider, press into your fingertips, maybe pull your shoulders forward and back a couple of times. You want to be in between arching and dipping. So you're not dipping your belly down. You're not lifting your back up. You're right in the middle. Relax your eyes straight down. So your chin is actually dipping a little bit into your neck. This is our yoga tabletop pose. So you're feeling your hands on the ground. Open up the shoulders so they're going towards your back. So they're not up to your ears. They're opposite, pressing down away from your back or away from your ears. And then pull your belly away from the floor. Engage your core from your pelvic floor up through your navel. And then notice your face. Relax your face. So from this pose, make sure your knees aren't super wide because it'll make the next pose uncomfortable. So you can narrow your knees. Don't put them together, just narrow. And then we're going to take one leg out, reaching through the heel. So your shoulders are back, your heel is lifted and reaching. Maybe your thigh is up. Breathe. Feel your fingers on the floor. Pull your belly away from the floor. And again, same thing with the hands. They should be like right about under the shoulders. They shouldn't be too wide or too narrow either. And then you're going to take your opposite hand and lift it up. So don't go with the same side. Switch the opposite side. Palm is facing you and your heel is reaching on your foot. So reach a little bit further through your heel and your fingers. Relax your face. And then take that hand down, that knee down. Lift your other leg only, not just your hands, just your foot. Reach through the heel, lift the thigh, shoulders back, eyes down. Take a few moments. Then lift your arm up, the opposite hand of your leg, palm faces you. Reach out through your fingers. Lift that back leg up, reach out through your heel. Stretch those body parts apart. Breathe. Find that pace. Releasing your exhale. Maybe the extra reach in your inhale. And then take it down, hand and knee. Take your hands to the floor, lift your chest up. Inhale, big. Exhale, press into your hands, lift your back up. Do that twice more. Big inhale as you lift your chest. Release all of your breath as you lift your back. And center back to table. Step your hands forward, tuck your toes. We'll lift our knees off the ground, sink your chest. Lift just your right leg up, and then step your right leg forward. Step your foot forward. Walk your hands back. We're going to get off our hands for a little bit. So your hands walk behind your heel, bend your back knee, and press the whole thing up. Release into a high lunge. If your legs are so far apart that it's so hard to balance, scoot one foot a little closer. If your feet are in a narrow line and you're walking a tightrope, scoot one foot to the side so you're hip width apart. And then find buoyancy in your body so you're not stiff as a rock. You can move. Release your hands down, maybe shimmy your shoulders. As you inhale, lift them up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, sink into a high lunge. Find that body's release, but you're not stiff. Maybe twist yourself so you're facing that right leg. So we're all on the right side. When you inhale, go up. Exhale, twist it, lunge. So you're facing your right knee. Inhale up. Exhale, twist your lunge. One more time. Lift up. Bring it to warrior two. So drop your back heel to the floor. Open your arms, and you want to bring that back foot so your toes are pointed towards the front. So your back foot is not pointed this way like a lunge. Your heel is down, it's out to the side. You don't want it to be pointed backwards. You want it to be pointed forwards more. Your front knee is bent. So coming to both feet are flat on the floor position. Your arms are up, you're in warrior one. So you're centered, your body is facing the front of your mat instead of sideways. To open up to warrior two, you open your body, your legs stay where they are. So you start at warrior one, you open your torso to the side, your arms are over your legs, so the long ways of your mat. And you can breathe. So find the breath again. Feel the floor under both feet. Release backwards. So drop that back arm towards the back leg and relax it. Reach the front arm up and keep reaching up until you just can't go any further. And then maybe lean back a little if there's room. As you start to exhale, release. And as you start to inhale, begin to center back to warrior two. Breathe here too. Don't hold the breath. Every inhale, we lengthen, extend. Exhale, maybe we soften a little more where we're tight. Back to warrior one. So you're centered. Back over your front leg just for a moment. Feel the floor under you all the way to the top of your head. And then torso only. Your body stays the same way. Your legs are in the same place. Your knees over your ankle. Sideways. Warrior two. Turn both of your palms to the ceiling. Take your right arm to your right leg. And your left arm like a rainbow over your head. Float it towards so it's facing the floor in front of you. And then I want you to look towards the ceiling if that's okay. Or look towards the side wall. Your bottom arm, you can press that bottom arm down a bit to open up your hip more. Pause. Find your breath. If you cannot breathe here, you're doing too much. We always want to feel like we can breathe. Wait for your inhale to lift you up. Exhale softens you a bit more. And then back to warrior one again. So you're facing the front of your mat. Lift your arms. Maybe straighten your front leg. Come into a pyramid. Releasing forward over your front leg. Release your neck, your face. Soften your elbows. Relax your jaw. And you can bend your front knee. Lift your heel in the back so you're back to that low lunge. Drop your back knee to the floor. Top of your back foot to the floor. Maybe walk your hands a little side to side, leaning into one side and leaning into the other. Walk your hands back one more time. Lift those toes up in the front. Maybe lean towards your leg a little bit. And if it's all right, take a sway side to side. Remember, don't push into pain. Just move where it feels nice. And then we'll slowly, carefully bring ourselves back to downward dog. Relax your neck and face. Remind your jaw to release. You're pressing your teeth together. Lift your heels up here. Lift your back to the ceiling and then drop your heels, drop your chest to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Take your left leg up. Stretch your left leg out away from your right leg towards the ceiling. Then bend your knee and step your left foot forward in between your hands. Drop your hands down if you can. Reach into your back heel. And then walk your hands towards the floor behind your heel. Bend your back knee so you're stable. Press, lift. Coming all the way up. And again, check your body here. A lot of times I'll come in, my legs are so far apart, I can't balance. It's very unstable. So I shift the back foot in a little bit. Other times I am walking the tightrope. My feet are in a line. Hip width apart is so much better. You're stable. It sets you up for the warrior poses as well. So finding your lunge in the beginning, just a minor movement here and there to make you feel stable. So good. Let your hands kind of relax down. Maybe an easy sway. Make sure you're movable. That back knee can bend. You can lift. You can shift. Your body doesn't feel like it's going to topple over. Breathe. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, sinks you into your high lunge. Find your breath. Make it audible. Maybe finding your ujjayi breath, constricting those glottis muscles in the back of your throat. Relax, exhale. And then sink your heel to the floor. Again, your foot is coming into warrior. So your back toes are turned slightly in. Your whole foot on both sides are pressing down and you're starting warrior one. So you're going to turn towards the front of your mat. Feel the ground. Feel your hands lifting as your shoulders sink. Breathe. And open up to warrior two. So your arms and your torso move, but your legs are solid. Feet are planted on the ground. Release to reverse warrior. Relax your back hand. Don't push into the leg. Just let it relax there. Reach up a little higher. And if you have space, lean back a little more. When you're ready, slowly come back to warrior two. Ease through your shoulders. And then slowly come back to warrior one. Taking a deep breath. Every inhale, a little bit of lift. Every exhale, a little bit of release. Open back up, warrior two, eyes forward towards your left hand. Center yourself and you're going forward. So we always flip the palms up, bring the arm to the leg, and let this arm stay right along that body's line. So lifting it over your head, palm faces the floor in front of you. Opening up as you press down into this arm. This is your support here. Opening up. Maybe looking up or looking to the side. Breathe and reach and exhale and release. So it doesn't have to stay stiff. Inhale. Exhale. Lift back up into warrior two. Eyes forward. Breathe in. Feel the exhale. Center yourself, warrior one. Finding the breath here. Maybe straightening that front leg if it feels good. Just reaching up and back and then fold right into your pyramid. So both legs are straight. Release yourself down. Let go of your neck, your face. Carefully grab the floor as you lift your back heel, bend your knee, and then find your way back to low lunge. So the top of your back foot can go down, and leaning a little bit side to side is nice if it feels good. So if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If it does feel good, do more of it. Take your hands and maybe walk them back, lift your front toes up, lean your belly down, and move a little side to side here. Feeling your way into the pose. Walk your hands forward, and then make your way back to child's pose. So knees to the floor. You can take them wide or together. Sit to your heels. You can extend your arms forward or beside you. Let go of your expression. Release into the ground. Wait for your inhale. Breathe in all of your breath. And then release deeper with your exhale. And this next inhale will lift up. Take your hands to your legs. If you're okay sitting in hero pose, stay here. You can roll a towel up under your legs, or you can just come here if right now it's just not working for your legs. Either way, take a moment. And we will go through the half series before we stand up. So our half series comes into hero. So if we're uncomfortable with hero, we just stay in this position. So kneeling, extended arch. We take our arms up, we're kneeling, our hands are reaching, and we're arching. So the way we arch here, we want to lift our chest up, bring our arms up, hips go forward, chest lifts, and everything arches back. So we want to make it feel natural and not forced. So it's just a nice lift. Our hands come together. We can sink down into hero for a breath out. And then we come into hands and knees. Come into your cat-cow, lift your chest, pull your shoulders back, and then press into your hands, look under you. Puppy pose, we take our hands forward, our forehead to the floor. Now you're reaching your hands forward and you're tilting your tailbone down. So your butt is trying to sit on your heels. Reaching your hands, tipping your tailbone, and then downward dog. Place your hands on the mat, just slide them back a bit, tuck your toes and lift up. Each movement has a breath. So you coming into your exhale in your downward dog. Take another cycle of inhale, then exhale again. As you start to inhale, drop your knees and lift your arms up. Arch. Exhale, sit down to your hero. Bring your hands to the floor, come back to your cat-cow, inhale, and exhale. Puppy pose, inhale, and downward dog, exhale. And just cycle through that twice more. Inhale, breathe out slow. Another breath in slower. Exhale. Breathe in gently. Take your time breathing out. And one more kneeling, extended arch. Hero with prayer hands. Cat pose and cow pose. Puppy pose. And downward dog. And back into child's pose when you're done for 1 or 2 breaths. When we put the focus on ourself and on our breathing, it helps our body and mind align and our whole self calm down. So we can take ourselves to a standing position now. So standing up, you can come to a wall nearby if you have a wall nearby, or a desk or anything close if you're feeling unstable. Today we're not using any props, but if you do have props at home, other classes we might add props in. So right now we're just going to stand with your feet together. If you can, if it's comfortable to bring your big toes together, your heels together, do that. If it's not, step them apart a bit. If you feel unstable, always modify and change what you're doing to make you feel more comfortable. So your heels are together, maybe your big toes are together. Draw your tail down, lift up through your crown. Take a moment. Unclench your teeth if they're clenched. Notice where your tension is. Maybe it's in your mind, maybe it's in your shoulders. Feel your toes not digging into the floor. Relax your toes, maybe lift them up. Just spread your toes apart. And then relax. So rooting down into the four corners of our feet is the four parts of our actual foot, not our toes. So think of your foot. Think of it as a rectangle, even though it's shaped a little different. Root down into the four corners, the back of your heel on both sides, the front of your foot under your toes on both sides. Bring your mind there. So your mind, your focus, your attention is all on your feet. And from there, everything kind of grows like a flower grows out of the ground. First, we focus on our feet. And then as we lift up, maybe we realign our tailbone, draw our tailbone down, lift our hips up. As we go from there, we lift up through our crown, our neck gets longer, our head is reaching up a little bit higher. Notice the sides of us, mountain pose. It's actually named after what we're doing. We're rooting and strong in our base like a mountain, and we're lifting up like the peak of the mountain, so always reaching for the sun. And then the slopes are our arms. So it's sloping down, relaxing. It's our face, releasing the tension, the expression. And our tailbone, drawing our tailbone down instead of it's sticking out and arching back. We want to draw it down. It's the slope of our mountain. So the sides are all sloping down. The base is strong and the head is the peak. It's reaching up. And just notice everything is soft in the middle, stable on the root. And then once you have that base, you can focus your attention, your eyes on something still. So looking at something that's not moving tends to ground us. It makes us not move. So relax your expression, breathe. Just like the mountain, it breathes air, it releases oxygen into the world. You're breathing just like the mountain. And then your eyes are stable and focused. Looking ahead of you or down to the floor, it's something still. Take your moment here to find stability inside and visually. And then bring your weight into your left foot. So we might be on separate sides. I'm not sure how the camera turns me around, but you're going to lift your right foot up and place it on top of your left foot. Now, if you have to, just place it down on the floor. You can do this anytime. Focus on breathing. Maybe open your arms up like mine and just find that extra balance. Grab a wall if you have to. Take a moment. And bring your foot into your inner ankle. Even if you're good at bringing it to your thigh, bring it down low for a moment. Bring the top of your foot, bend your toes if you're on like the ball of your foot, and then place the inner ankle. Your knee is going to go out. This is not happening. You're not slouching. Stand up. You're still in mountain pose, just one side. Hands to your heart. From there, start to lift. And if at any point it feels like it's unstable, just bring it back a step. So this is step one. If step one is good, go to step two. The toes go to the floor. So the tips of the toes, like your ballerina. Foot is inside, your knee is out, you're standing, hands to the heart. If this is okay, stay here for a moment. If it's not, go back. If you'd like to go a step further, step three, lift your toes off the floor. So you're bringing your foot just above the floor on your ankle. You're still low by your ankle, not to your calf yet. So going through each step, you can notice the difference. It's making the body feel different each time we move. Then bring that foot a little higher if it's all right. So to the calf muscle. And again, you go back down a step each time you feel unstable. Don't stay shaky. It's okay to be that way. It's okay to hang there. But today we're working on you building the strength so it doesn't feel uncomfortable when you go to your thigh. So when you come down here and experience this, then experience the toes, then the ankle, then the calf. And experience, maybe try to lift it up to the thigh. If you can't reach it, you can grab on, place it into the thigh. If it's just not staying, it's slipping down, it's just not working, it doesn't feel comfortable, go back to the calf. Really important to honor your body's limits at this moment in time, right now. So find where it's working. If you are into the inner thigh, push a little bit with your foot into your thigh and push back with your thigh into your foot so you stay tall. Open that knee out to the side wherever you are. And then if you're okay, if you need to take a break, take a break. If you're okay, take your arms overhead. Palms stay together, elbows wide, hands above your head. Shoulders a little down. Maybe lift your gaze straight ahead, looking right ahead of you at something still on the wall, out the window. And then take your hands back to your heart. Bring your foot back to the floor, hands to the floor, fingers downward. Again, check in, drawing your mountain tail down, your shoulders releasing, your face, the inside of your mouth is let go. Your breath is still there. You're breathing like the mountain still. Inhaling fully, releasing. Slowly taking your eyes to something steady again, maybe finding something else to look at, and then bringing your foot up onto your other foot. So you're going left foot onto right foot now. Take a moment. Each step is important. So it's okay if we have to stop in the middle and take a break, but each step adds something new to the body. So you can go from your ankle or your foot to your ankle, placing first your toes are flat here and your foot is on the floor. So it's a lot more space you're covering. It's a lot more stable. Watch your hip doesn't pop out to the side. Stand up straight. Head is lifting, knee is out. And hands to the heart. Be here for a moment, maybe a breath, maybe two, and then try the toes. Tips of the toes to the floor, knee is out, standing up tall. Breathe. And maybe lift it up so that you're still at the ankle. You're just off the ground. You can go back a step at any point. Maybe lift it a little higher to the calf muscle. Remember, take breaks when you need them. Breathe always. Stand up taller. Feel the floor under your foot. Let your shoulders relax. Maybe go to your inner thigh if that's all right. Remember, if your body's starting to shake and tremble, you can always go back a step. You can always take a break. If your breath is erratic and you can't catch it, step back away from what you're doing for a moment. If you're up to your thigh, push your foot into your thigh into your foot, like a magnet to a fridge. Stand tall in your foot. Relax your hands together at your heart for a breath. And as you inhale, lift them up. Keeping your eyes maybe lifted straight ahead. Shoulders sink down, palms maybe press. The hands together over the head might give you a little bit of a sense of security. So you may just feel like you're holding on to something. So it feels more stable. When you're ready, slowly bring those hands to the heart. Slowly bring the foot to the ground and then release back to your mountain. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold right through your hips. So you're hinging at your hip. Utthita, Uttanasana, hands to your shins. Look at the floor and reach out through the crown of your head. Extended forward fold. Uttanasana, lean over your legs, belly towards your thighs, release your head and neck and base. Forward fold. Utthita Uttanasana, extended forward fold. Grab your shins, lift your head, now take your hands to your heart center, push your chest to lift up your chest, to straighten your back. And then open your arms out, hinging at your hips. Stand up, Urdhva. We reach our hands up. We want to, same as the arch, you're lifting your chest, your hips are going forward, and you're looking at your thumbs and just keep reaching as far as you can. Open your arms up to mountain, hands, palms are up. Draw your tail down, relax your face. One more time, inhale, lift your arms. Arch, Urdhva, raised arms pose. Open your arms, hinge right here at your hips. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Extended forward fold. Grab your shins, maybe take your hands into your prayer at your heart, lift. And forward fold one more time, Uttanasana. Release your head down over your legs, relax your face. Bend your knees easy and make your way back to your downward dog. Making a slow sway. Drop your knees to the floor again. Take your hands to your thighs, right back into our kneeling position. You're going to tuck your toes under behind you. Tuck your toes under. Take one hand to one heel. So you can go right hand to right heel. Turn yourself hips forward. Lift your left arm up and arch yourself back. And bring it forward. You're going to do the same thing. So take your other hand to your other heel. Turn your hips. Your hips are your headlights. They should face forward. Lift your chest. Lift your arm. And then release back. Turn yourself to center. Flatten your feet down. So your feet are flat now. Take your fists to your lower back. Your sacrum spine is the lower part of your back. So if you feel your backbones here, that's more of your lumbar down here. Sacrum spine is down here. So it's right above your butt and it's more flat if you feel your back. So you want to place your fists into that area, the sacrum area. Elbows are coming closer. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then press into your fists, letting your hips go forward. Look up. Look towards where your wall meets your ceiling. Take a breath. Maybe 3. When you lift back up, we're just straightening out the spine. So you're drawing your tail down if it's arching at all. Releasing your hands down. Without tucking the toes under, you're going to grab your heel one at a time. See if you can reach. If it's just not happening, you can grab a block, a couple of books, or tuck your toe under. So take your hand to your heel. Same thing, hips forward, chest up, arm extends. As you exhale, reach forward, press into your foot, switch sides. So again, grab your heel, center your body, arch, exhale, bring it forward, press, straighten your body. So draw your tail down, take a moment. If your mat is hurting your knees, if your floor is really hard, you can take your mat and fold it. My mat's super thin, so that doesn't even make a difference, but that's what you could do. You kind of fold it a little bit, right? Just pulling up a piece in the middle and bringing it back, and regular standard mats will give you a nice cushion for your knees. So that's always an option. We're going to come in from this position now. So if you're one of my friends who don't like to sit this way because the knees are just too tight, it's not working, you can come into this a little quicker, or you can come into this from up here. So I'll show you from down here. You're here in this position. You take your hands behind you and you lift up. So this might release your knees right away. So your fingers are facing you. Your hands are behind you, about under your shoulders, and you're lifting your hips. So you can stay here, or you could walk your hands to your heels one at a time, and your hips go forward, your head goes back. When you come down, you walk your hands down first, put your butt down, and then lift your head with your chest. So this way, it's no strain on your neck. If you come from up here, same thing we did, just grab a heel, take your other hand, grab the heel, drop your head down. Take it to the side and to the side so you don't strain your neck. Try not to go straight forward up with your head. So you could try either one. I was actually trained to do it on this position, and I learned this pose when I was pregnant. So it's super safe for the body. You just want to take your time and make sure you're not feeling pain. If you're feeling pain, your body's saying this isn't right. You're doing something I don't like. Listen to your body. So again, from the floor, fingers face you, shoulders kind of squeeze together, hips lift up. Maybe you hang here, maybe you go a little further by walking your hands to your heels, pressing your hips forward and dropping your head back. Take a few moments here. To come out, bring your hands down, butt down, and then head up. You can pause here or pause in kneeling. And then we'll come to our bottom. You're just going to have a seat after you're done. Take your time. If you're in the middle of it, don't just stop and come to the floor. Always finish what you're doing before you move on to the next thing. I'll try my best to give you guys time, since there's a bunch of us in the room. So take a moment when we get to our cross-leg position, either leg on top, any cross-leg position will do. Easy pose is when you tuck your feet under. They call it easy pose, easier on your hips. Grab the thighs. Sukhasana, translated to easy pose. If you want to go a little deeper into your hips, if you're really loose in your hips, you could take your ankles and stack them, or you can take one foot in front of the other. This is actually called perfect pose, when you bring one foot to the floor and the other foot in front of it on the floor. You can go anywhere in between, wherever it feels easy going for your hips. Take your hands to your knees and your elbows, pull back towards your body. Find a little breath here. Take your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. This is a hand gesture. Mudra means hand gesture. Our fingers are together, our palms are together, and your thumbs can go towards your heartbeat. Maybe you feel it. Connect with your body, connect your hand with your hand. Yoga is to connect, to unite. Feel the floor under your bottom. Notice how you feel. We're going to take our hands back to our knees. Just sit up taller. Try your best to put your head on the ceiling. Grab your knees and shift yourself forward, keeping that back super long and straight. Just bring your belly towards your feet there. Relax your elbows, drop your chin. Maybe take your hands to the floor in front of you. Be soft and pliable. Let your head and neck drop, maybe exhaling and inhaling, lift a little. Through your chest and your head, exhale, soften a little. Keep doing that a couple of times. Inhaling and maybe lengthening just a bit, exhaling and releasing yourself. Let go of your face. Inhaling, and you have to leave the stretch, just lengthen out inside of it. And then release again. Hang where you feel it's time to just be and be there. As you start to inhale, start to slowly walk your hands back to you. And you lift yourself back up. Pause. Notice how you feel. And then gently bring your legs into the same position on the other side. Bring your hands back to your heartbeat. Maybe shoulders sink and face lets go of the tension it's holding. The tongue releases inside your mouth. Your breath deepens. Take your hands to your legs and lift your head up. Try again to put your head on the ceiling. Grab the front of your knees and give yourself a little pull. Just shift your belly towards your thighs, just a little bit forward. And relax. Let your elbows, your shoulders, your head drop. Grab the floor, support yourself. Bend the arms. Exhaling and releasing. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling and softening. And inhaling and gently elongating. It's all about you. Focus completely on you. Every breath, every feeling. When you get to that point where you're just ready to be still, just be still. Let go of the tension everywhere. Slow down from the inside out. And on your inhale again, let your body slowly walk back to a seated position on your mat. Extend both legs out in front of you, maybe a little wider than your mat. Take them not too wide because we're going to move a little bit here, so you want them to be stable. Lift your arms up and lean a little side to side to reposition your bottom on the floor. So a little movement is good. Take your palms, face them towards each other, and bring your arms forward so you could see them when you're looking straight in your peripheral vision. Your shoulders should go down towards your body and back towards your back a little bit, and then lift your arms up a little, just until they resist you. They shouldn't go that far. Relax your face, turn your torso so you're facing one of your legs, and then lean down. Your arms stay exactly where they are. So they're not dropping or moving. Your torso is leaning down and then leaning back up. Twist your torso to your other leg. Your arms are like a statue. Lean your chest forward and then lift your chest up. So you want to make sure you start in the middle, shoulders down and back, arms pull back until they're locked. Turn your torso. It's all about your middle right now. So you lean your middle forward, squeeze your thigh a little to lift up, turn, lean towards your other leg, and lift up. You can breathe with this. So you're going to inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Now we're doing this because the exhale is assisting in the lift. So inhale as you twist and lower. Exhale, squeeze your leg down and lift. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. So let that exhale help you out. Inhale, center and down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. You might start to feel things heating up in your body, maybe shoulders, maybe legs. Do this a few more times at your own pace. So your breath might be faster or slower than mine. Find your own breath. Remember, this is your practice, very unique to your body. Your day today is different than every other day. So it's not to be compared with yourself on a different day. When you're done with the side you didn't start on, center yourself. Let your arms release. That might feel nice. Take your legs a little wider. If you can, reach out through your heels, toes up to the ceiling, and take your hands in front. Take a walk forward. Just a little bit of stretching here through your hands, chest is lifted. And then soften elbows, neck, face, chest. Wait for your next inhale, lift up again. And then release. Just stay here for another breath in and out. Walk your hands closer to you. You're going to come into butterfly pose or Buddha Konasana, also known as bound angle pose. The feet come together. So the trick with this pose is really to take your butt to your feet instead of the other way around. So bring your feet together as far away from you as you need, then walk your butt towards your feet. You're going to posteriorly tilt your tailbone. So you're tilting your butt back, so you're arching your back. You feel like you're leaning your back towards the wall behind you. So you're scooting in and tucking your tailbone under. And once you're as close and awkward feeling as possible, then you take your fingers and interlace them around your toes and lift your head up to the ceiling. That lift is what straightens everything out. Shoulders come down. You're not sticking your chest out. Your back is actually straight. Just because you're in perfect alignment with your own body is why you sometimes look like you're arching in places. So important. Take your butt to your feet, right your back round. Grab your feet if you can reach. If you can't reach your toes, grab your ankles and lift your head up to the ceiling. Then let your shoulders drop down. Relax your expression. Close your eyes. Now, butterfly pose, as they call it, or Buddha Konasana, we want to relax. So you're relaxing and you're bouncing. See how my knees are starting to move? We want to relax our face, unclench our teeth, let go of the tongue inside the mouth, but then start to bounce the knees at the same time. So you're focusing on a lot of things in this pose. Very dynamic, very diverse. So we're bouncing our knees up and down. Let's focus on that. If your knees are way up here and it's really hard to press them down, I want you to focus more on putting them onto the floor. If your legs are way down here and it's really hard to lift them up, focus on lifting them up. So there's a direction. You can either be pushing or you could be pulling. So you could be focusing on both directions and just start to go as fast as you can. Let it almost become mindless. Close your eyes. With closed eyes, look towards the third eye. So you want to take your focus to the center of your eyebrows as your eyes are closed. Bounce your knees. Now engage your pelvic floor muscles, the muscles you use to hold your feet. You're pulling them in lightly. Relax your face. Move your knees. Breathe deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Unclench those teeth. Lift your crown up to the ceiling. So the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. You're engaging your core, pelvic floor. You're bouncing your knees up and down. Shoulders are relaxed. Face is relaxed. Your breath is there. And just keep doing all of this stuff simultaneously. See, less time to think about all the things in our life and more time to focus on your body. Focus your eyes. At the third eye, lift your crown. Relax your face. Move your knees a little faster. Let go of your expression, but engage your core. You can be strong and relaxed at the same time. This pose shows us this. Engaging your core, bouncing your knees, but letting go completely of your face. You don't even have to hold your fingers tight. You're just interlacing them. They're staying. Breathing slow and with control. We're in control of that breath, even now doing all of these things. Close your eyes, relax your face, bounce your knees. Breathe into the third eye, strengthening your intuition. And then just keep your eyes closed and stop. Bring all of your attention to your legs. Feel your legs. Feel circulation happening. And then we'll just straighten one leg. So go with your left leg. Straighten your left leg out and bring your right foot to the inner thigh. Lift your arms up. And instead of just lifting through your arms, lift your torso up. So your whole middle is lifting up to the ceiling. And then leaning forward, we come into a single leg forward bend. Let go of your face. Breathe out. First inhale straightens you up a little more. And release back. Second inhale just relaxes you here. Let yourself go. Good. Lift yourself back up and switch to a twist. So taking the same leg, left leg is forward, right foot is going to step to the opposite side of your left leg. Take your hands, grab your right knee and lift up. So you're just sitting nice and tall. Breathe. You're going to twist towards your hip. So you're going to twist towards the right. Take your left hand to the knee and your right hand behind your back. Lift a little taller. Get a little taller in your spine. Then turn around and look over your shoulder. So you don't want to twist too far, only until your body says stop, and then you're there. You could stay here. You could take this front hand, instead of holding the knee, you can lift your arm up and place your elbow to the back of your arm, your leg there. So it's either here you're twisting or you lift, place this elbow and press. This will give you a little more leverage so you can turn around a little further. Take another breath. Just focus on your body. Feel where the posture is touching your body. As you breathe out, let go. Center yourself. Take this foot here, your right foot, and lift it up. Grab onto it with your hands. So you're just holding it up. You're going to take your left hand to your right heel, and your right hand's going to go to your knee. You lift it in You can start to get it a little closer. So maybe instead of holding your foot, you bring it into your arm there. So get a little closer. Maybe put the foot into your inner arm if you can reach, and your elbow bend to your knee, or get as close as you can here. Rock your leg like you're rocking a baby, side to side, opening up your hip, and sit up tall. Try your best to sit up as tall as you can. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. And then bring that foot back down so you can lean forward. Carefully bring the foot to the inner thigh. Reach your hands forward towards your foot. Stay for a moment. Take the straight leg, the left leg, and bring it to the side. So you're just, instead of being straight here, you're just turning your knee, placing your foot down, and you're going to lean to the side towards that leg. So you're like the mermaid pose. We do this in our Pilates class, less of a stretch, more of a workout. And then we carefully come back to butterfly pose where we started. Take a moment. You don't have to come all the way in, just feet together, sit up a little taller, and we'll take that right leg straight. So we're coming back to this single leg forward bend. Your left foot is into your thigh, your arms up, lean forward. Your first breath is just to release you forward. As you inhale, lift up, lift your torso. Exhale, lean down over your leg again. Release your belly, your neck, your face. Another breath just to be here. Slowly lift yourself up. On your inhale, lift yourself up. Taking your foot here, lifting it up and placing it to the floor next to your leg. Grab your knee and lift your head up towards the ceiling. Taking a moment just to be here. Just be in the middle. Let your shoulders release, catch your breath. Start to focus on it again if you veered away. And then we twist, slowly taking your right hand to your left knee, and your left hand is going to reach behind you. So we're going towards our hip, away from the straight leg. Grab on and look over the shoulder, get a little taller, lift your head up towards the ceiling. We don't want to lean back into this hand. We want to sit up tall. Then lean around or turn around and look over the shoulder. Stay here if this is good. You do not have to move forward if you want to go to the next step. We lift our front arm up. We bend the elbow, place the elbow to the thigh, and we can turn around a little deeper. Deeper is not always better, so test your body. See if this is better. Sometimes this is better because it's pulling the hip and gives you an extra stretch here. Sometimes this is better because it twists you more, gives you more leverage. Maybe an extra stretch in your torso. Stay for a moment, as long as your body feels good. When you exhale, we release, so wait for it. As you breathe out, release yourself to center. Take your time. It's all about ease. Finding your way without force. Then again, you're going to take your right hand to your left foot, grabbing your heel, your left hand to your left knee, lifting it up here. A little movement. You don't have to move further. Again, you can go as your body gets more flexible. So your hand can grab your ankle, maybe here. And if you can even bring it closer. So your foot is really pressing into the elbow bends, pulling it into your chest, moving it a bit side to side, cradling your leg because you really care for your body. So you want to take care of it just like you care for your children. And then sit up tall. Sitting up nice and tall will bring our body into that stretch, into resistance a little. Just notice where it is, where your body is pushing back at you. And then we'll slowly lean forward. So you're bringing that foot back to the inner thigh. So as you lean forward, place your foot down into your inner thigh and reach forward towards your foot. Release your face. Give yourself a moment here. And you bring yourself back up. Take your time. Again, we're taking this leg and we're going to kick it back. So you're here in this single leg forward bend position. You're just bringing your leg to the side, kicking your foot behind you, and you're in this mermaid pose. Reach towards the foot that you just kicked back. Feel what you're feeling. Take a deep breath into it. Remember, don't push so hard that it hurts. And then when you come back to the center, you can lean back. Take yourself onto your mat long ways. Maybe bring your butt to the middle. Grab your thighs, lift your legs up, lift your chest up. Easy moment here, not a stressful, strenuous one. Just lifting up, you're holding onto yourself. Your shoulders are down. You're finding balance. You have a connection with your floor, connection with your hands on your legs. Maybe chin down. If you want, you can release your hands from your legs if you want a little more strength here. Lift your chest, lift your gaze up to your toes. Remember, at any point, just come here and release down. You can even round yourself. Lift a little higher. Grab your legs, place your feet down. Now, you can roll back here or come to the side and climb down here. Whatever you need to do. Come back to your back. Bring your back to the floor. So give yourself a little rock. So your back is in the floor. Extend your legs up. Take your hands to the floor. Relax those arms. So coming into this lying position, I want you to just reach your feet up, like you're trying to reach your toes to the ceiling. We've been doing that with our head the whole time. So this is going to sandwich your back into the floor. So reach your toes up, up, up. Just keep stretching and then let go of that stretch. So this is kind of like a crunch in the reverse way. So we stretch our toes up to the ceiling and it sandwiches our stomach down to the ground and then we let go. Stretch and let go. I always think of if I'm just far enough away from the switch that I can't reach it and I'm trying to hit the light switch with my toes, think of that. Just you're trying to reach something, it's just out of your reach above your toes. You're not lifting your back off the floor. You're actually squeezing your back into the floor more and then letting go of the extra press. So one more time, reach and then release. Now take your feet flat to the floor. Just grab onto the ground with your feet. Place your feet flat. If your feet are super wide, scoot them in about hip width apart and maybe walk your feet under your knees a little more. Feel those feet on the ground. Relax your arms, even relax your belly here. Drop your chin as close to your neck as you can. And relax your arms a little more. Release your face. You're kind of coming to that child's pose place where you're all calm, trying to come back there anytime. And I want you to push into your feet and start to lift your butt off the ground. Just slowly lift your back off the floor, lift your hips up. Keep going higher, higher. Take a moment. As you start to exhale, start to roll yourself down. One backbone at a time, lowering your back slowly to the floor. When you get to the bottom, let go of the tension. Release your clenching. Take a breath in and out. And as you start to inhale, tilt your tailbone, lift your tailbone up first, roll your back up off the floor. Lifting one backbone at a time until you're as far as you can. Pause here. Thighs a little bit in. Hips a little further up, press your feet. Chin towards your neck. Relax your belly. And slowly lower down. Bring your knees into your belly. Rock your knees a little side to side. So your knees just lift up and move a little side to side. Take your knees all the way to one side. So move your arms out of the way, lift them up a little bit. Drop your knees to the side and look the other way. Look opposite your knees. Lift your knees into your belly and drop your knees the other way. And just turn your head and look the other way. Bring them back to the middle. Extend your legs up. Now, everybody's at a different level, so do your best and remember to keep your head on the floor flat. So This movement, we're going to lift up again. So your eyes are straight, maybe towards your legs. The back of your head is on the floor. You're going to rock your bottom up, and then you're going to try to catch your butt with your hands. So you're reaching your feet towards the floor behind you and grabbing onto your bottom. Now you're going to try to straighten your legs up. And you can walk your hands up your back along the way. So you're grabbing onto you. Your feet might be in the angle that mine are in. Try not to look left and right, so hopefully the camera's in a place you could see, or just look and then do it. So you want to stretch your legs up towards the ceiling for a shoulder stand, but monitor your resistance. Do your best, the best you can do. We want to walk our hands up as far as we're comfortable and straighten our legs up. So they're not pointed over the head, they're more pointed towards the ceiling, but everybody's at a different level. You might be here, you might be a little straighter, more here. You want to keep your support, keep your hands on your back. If you're here, it's okay. If this is where resistance happens and you're just stuck there, this is flexibility, it happens over time. It's not something that was built in a day. So we want to just go where our body is. Don't turn your head left and right. Don't look towards the camera to the right or to the left. Keep the back of your head on the floor. So we want to keep our body nice and long. Keep our neck in alignment. Stay for as long as your breath is okay. And when you're ready, walk yourself down. Don't just drop to the floor. So give yourself a helping hand. And then you can come into knees clasped position, your knees into your belly, a little peanut. Take a breath. So I'm always talking about it, the 7 Tibetan rites to live forever. One of them is a shoulder stand, the other is a plow. There's more, but those are 2 that we do in yoga a lot. A lot of them are yoga movements. So we could come into the shoulder stand again, or you can come into the plow position. So after you come down, again, you don't have to rock yourself up. It's definitely an assist if you're having trouble lifting your butt off the ground. You can take your hands down and lift your back up if that's a possibility. Use your hands as support. Or you can do this little bit of a rock to grab onto your butt. And this one, your feet are actually just dipping over your head. So you're creating this curve. When I first started doing this, I probably was about here. I could hardly get my butt off the floor. And I was just reaching my feet back and I was about here. If go where you go today, where your body is good today. And then as you do it, you'll notice little by little, you'll be able to pick yourself up a little more. It's really mostly about acceptance. If we keep trying and getting frustrated, our body's in tension, it's in resistance, and it will never go any further because we're too focused on what we're not doing. Once we start to let go of that, breathe, accept where we are. As we're here, we can start to just extend a little more. The body will give you more space as you give it space. If your knees are super bent, bring your thighs up towards the ceiling. That'll help open up the thighs a little more. If your feet are touching the floor and you're tucking them under, this is almost like a stopper. Think of skates. You stop yourself at the skates. You want to point your toes instead of tucking the toes. And this will give you space to go a little further as your body creates more space inside. Taking a few moments here. Again, if you're done with it, knees into belly, back to the floor, relax. If you're still here, deep breathing, relax your body. If you feel tense, your body's probably ready to stop. And then when we all get to the floor, we'll just do a little neck release here. So you're going to take your legs first into that Shavasana position. So you can extend, scoot onto your mat all the way. If you're like me, I'm a little off my mat. Take your body into that position that we get into in Shavasana. So we're lying on our back. Our heels reach away from us. Pull your toes back and then relax your right foot to the right, your left foot to the left. Then our shoulders shrug away from our ears. Maybe reach your fingers towards your toes. Take a moment and feel the floor under you. To release your neck, you're going to turn your head to the side. So first you're going to just drop one ear towards the ground. Relax your face completely. Try to let go so much it feels like your cheek is melting down to the floor there. Notice there's tension. Bring your mind to the ground where you're connecting to it. Heels, your calf muscles, head. you're ready, slowly bring your head to the center again. The back of your neck down a little, relax your face. You could slowly turn your head the other way. So taking your other ear towards the floor. Completely let go of your face. Let your cheeks sink away from your face. Breathe, feeling that cool air entering your body. And slowly coming back to the center, the back of your head to the floor, chin to your neck. Let go of your efforts here. So close your eyes, or just let your eyes soften into the position they're in. Release your face, and now both cheeks are floating down towards the floor. Feel the back of your head on the ground. Maybe it feels as though it's weighing down a little heavier. Notice everything. So the skin is feeling the air, the gentle rise and fall of your breath. The exhale is warm and comforting, releasing your body, relaxing it. As you release your breath, maybe you notice the backs of your hands a little deeper in the floor, and the backs of your arms, your back. Feel each thing connecting your tailbone to the ground, your thighs and your calf muscles, your heels. And just imagine the body is surrounded by just warmth, healing energy. As we move our body, we raise our vibration. Raising our vibration also raises our immunity. We build up a tolerance to the ill and the sick. And then when we do get ill, our body heals super fast because we're super strong inside. Movement is medicine. And our awareness is power. Be aware of the floor. Be aware of that nice big breath in, and as you exhale, be aware of that warm, strong sense of a high vibration and healing energy just surrounding you. Breathe in the light. Breathe out sorrow. Breathe in the healing energy, the wisdom of yoga. Breathe out the tension that the inhale sometimes brings on. A few more exhales just to let go. So each time you exhale, let go of what you're holding. Maybe it's your teeth pressing together. Maybe it's a thought that just keeps going in your head. Each time you exhale, let go of your muscles. They're clenching. Let go of each thing that you feel you're holding on to a little bit harder. Bring your senses back just for a big breath. Exhale and release it. Maybe a little stronger. Inhale deeper. Just release it at once. Through your mouth, through your nose, wherever. One more time, big breath in. And exhale. Take your feet flat to the floor. Keep your eyes closed if you're able to just stay tuned into the inside. Feet flat to the floor, feet a little wider, drop your knees on each other. So taking a moment, you're still on your back. Maybe your eyes are still closed. You can close them here. Feel the backs of your hands on the floor, your knees drop in. And then drop your knees to the one side. Let your body turn your whole self to that side. Get comfortable for a moment, like you're about to snuggle up and go to bed. And then exhale and release everything again. All those tension marks that came back, let it go. Turn your head to the floor and look down. Grab the floor and press yourself up. Breathe in as you lift your head. Coming back to your seated position, find a comfortable place to sit. Any comfortable way is fine. Reading a passage from 5-Minute Daily Meditations, Sadi Simone, March 8th, Loving Kindness Meditation, Balance, page 48 if you have the book. Rest your attention in the feeling of the breath in the body. Then gently repeat these phrases. Take a moment before and just find the breath. Maybe close your eyes. In your mind, quietly repeat these phrases. May I live in balance. May you live in balance. May we live in balance. May I live in balance. May you live in balance. May we live in balance. Now notice how you feel. You can repeat this practice throughout your day whenever you feel yourself moving out of balance. Taking your hands into your heart. Take a moment to feel your hands on each other, connect with your body. And may the light in me honor the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed the practice. I wasn't really timing it, so let's see. I don't know if it's timing it. So I don't know. Oh yes, it's 11:40. So hopefully we had all of our time. Hopefully we all enjoyed the practice. If anybody got knocked off in the middle, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware. I actually should have someone checking it out for me because that happened last time at the end. So I hope you all are good. If your mics are off, I can't hear you.
Thanks, Gina.
You're welcome. I'm going to do more of these, and I'm also going to have some online stuff to download on my site. It'll have a login and everything separately from this. I'll be putting it up later on this week, so you'll have something to grab anytime you feel like doing something, okay. Which is good because I know we have our schedules are completely wacky right now.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed this. This will be a nice break from everything that's going on. Just remember, our bodies are designed to flourish. So just focus on self-care. If we're stuck inside, take a bath, do yoga, and I'll be here later. Actually Monday, I will be the next one, unless I pop up another one. So you can keep checking in with me if you want. And if you want something more, if you want aerial, if you want yoga, if you want Pilates, let me know, and I'll put it up.
Okay.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.